Hey, what's up, Eric? This is a quick demo video for you for your Saber cane. This is installed the CFX. Before you sent it to me, it was just bare aluminum, and you sent it over to Ryan Kelly over at RPK Customs. He did an outstanding job on the painting and the weathering here, so I wanted to give him a quick shout out. If you can take a look at the pommel, right, especially all this section from here up, he did an outstanding job on that with the stenciling and everything. So that came out really nice. You had asked, the only thing really that you asked me for were the switches in a particular spot. All right, so I got one switch right here, and then directly on the other side we've got another tactile switch here. Now when this cane is in the upright position, right, like this, the power button is going to be on your right hand side, and then of course the left hand side is auxiliary. All right, this saber is not meant to open anywhere except for the pommel. All right, so when you do, you just take the pommel, unscrew it. Inside the pommel is a speaker pod. This is it's got a stock connector here. It says Solo Sabers over here for me, but this has a fully enclosed 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. This thing is very loud, very, very loud. So that's what you've got in your pommel. When you open it and you look at it like this, you've got access to your SD card, your micro USB in there. You can see the pogo pins for your speaker pod, and I've got your 2.1 millimeter recharge port recessed into the chassis. So if you can see that there, even with the kill switch in, it doesn't come past the pins for your speaker. That way I didn't have to make any kind of special thing in the speaker pod. It would fit in just any kind of way. All right, so that's what you've got there. You've got your kill switch right there. Now with your kill switch, if you've got some tiny fingers or if you've got some fingernails, you could probably pull that out without a tool. But for me, I have to grab a pair of needle nose pliers. Come over here and grab it and pull it right out, just like that. You'll see the light come on, but you're not going to hear any sound, obviously, until we come over here and we put the speaker pod back on. So we'll go ahead and screw that on. Make sure it's on nice and tight so it makes connection with those pins. And then we can come over here and hit power. Now, I didn't put any additional fonts on here because you'll be doing your own thing. So this is the stock font package. Auxiliary over here. Turn it off, just like that. We'll throw a blade in. Normally I use a test blade, but for this one I'm going to use a full-length blade to show it in the cane configuration. All right. So this piece right here is reverse threaded. So what you want to do is go lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. So you want to go to the right to loosen this up. Your blade retention screw is hidden underneath this guy. So there's a few threads. You want to pop that off. Even though you have 4 places for blade retention all around this emitter, I only put one in for now. It's an 832. All right. You've got a V2 Carl Chen PCB connector in here. So what we'll want to do is we'll come over here and we'll back the blade retention screw out of the blade socket. All right. We'll back it out. Take our, you can do this one of 2 ways. Sometimes you could slide this over. Sometimes, like in the case of mine, it's not going to fit. So what I got to do is I got to come over here and slide this piece up my blade like this, and it will hold there. I can come over here and lock my blade down. You're going to want to lock it down tight because you can't have that blade retention screw sticking out at all. If you do, this piece will not thread on. All right, so we'll drop this down and then we'll go to the left to lock it in. So I didn't tighten that blade retention screw all the way. You're going to have to really bite into your blade so that you can get that blade retention out of the way. And then this should slide all the way down, just like that. All right. So you'll notice right away if you don't have it tight enough because this won't come down. All right. So we'll go ahead to the left to tighten it. Just like that. We'll turn this light off. Come over here and hit power. That's a good flash on class. It does make a good cane. And blaster bolt deflex is tapping auxiliary. Our blade lockup is holding it down. We'll turn it off. And to go to another sound font, all you have to do on this, I updated it to the 10.007 firmware, is hold down the power button and hit the saber. Whoops.
Crystal focus.
You've gone to the next sound font that way. That way you don't have to go into the menu. All right. If you want to change color, hold down aux and twist the saber top. It can be a little bit difficult to do that since this is a curved blade, so just take your time, find the right orientation. Let me find a color and then I'll talk to you a little bit about it. So we like that blue, we'll hit power to lock it in. And we'll turn it off. So to get to the color menu, the board has to, twist. While you're holding down aux and you twist it, the board has to twist. So if you hold it like this and try to do it, it's not going to work. All right, the board is located right here, right where the speaker is. So really, when you're holding the saber like this, the board is right here, and you can twist it like that, and that's how you get into color menu. So try that a little bit, play around with it. If you're using this for a cane, you probably should not have an issue doing that. It's when you're using it for a saber like this that it can be a little bit confusing. All right, so we'll go to another sound font. Remember, hold down power and hit the saber.
Crystal focus.
We'll do it again.
Nebula.
One more time.
Nebula.
Good one to see blade lock up. Just like that. All right, and then when we're done, come over here and righty-loosey. I'm going to take this off and move it all the way up the blade so that we can get to the blade retention. There are a lot of threads on this, but it does help stabilize the blade, so it's actually really good that those are there. That's one instance where it's good to have a lot of threads is on this particular kind of setup. All right, but we'll take that out, slide this off our blade. Before we put this back onto the saber, we want to remember to come back over here and put that blade retention screw back into the saber. All right, so make sure it's into the blade socket, not sticking out there, so that we can come over here and put this on. I got to remember what I'm doing. Lefty, tighty, there we go. That is confusing. So then when we're done, of course, we'll come over here and we can take this out and we can put our kill key back into the recharge port. All right, so if I have this on like that, you can see, and I'll take my kill key in my finger here and put it in the recharge port, pop it in, it kills everything like it should. All right, but that is basically your lightsaber cane. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will try my best to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks.